ladies and gentlemen, in ODM as a political party, we have been having EDWIN SIFUNA, BABU OWINO, being the greatest rebels, being the people who have given Right Honorable Raila Molo Odinga a lot of headache, because these two individuals, they have refused to follow what Raila Molo Odinga actually want to do. And more so, in the recent past, EDWIN SIFUNA, BABU OWINO, they opposed the union between UDA and ODM as a political party, because Right Honorable Raila Molo Odinga actually made or forged a relationship between these two political parties in the so-called broad-based government. And from that time, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga has actually been maintaining the working relationship between him and President William Samoei Arap Ruto. And SIFUNA has always been against that union, because even from the time there was that signing of that memorandum of understanding between these two political parties, it was as if he was forced to sign that memorandum. But immediately after signing that memorandum, he came out strongly and said that he does not agree about that working relationship. And he even said that that working relationship was actually dead on arrival. And many people within ODM who believe that Right Honorable Raila Molo Odinga is like a command in that party, and if he says left, everybody should actually follow what Raila commands. But EDWIN SIFUNA has totally disagreed with that. BABU OWINO even disagreed with Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga saving the government of William Samoei Arap Ruto during the Gen Z's uprising. And BABU OWINO has always been seen to be working closely with the so-called Gen Z's. And that is why you will see some situations where you will find that the young people in that age bracket of Gen Z's, they always take BABU OWINO as a hero, because they believe that what Right Honorable Raila Molo Odinga did was actually a betrayal, because they believe that they were so near of actually removing the government of President William Samoei Arap Ruto. But the question is, can these people move away from the shadows of ODM and make it? Can these two political leaders, that means EDWIN SIFUNA and BABU OWINO, form their own political party and actually defeat ODM as a political party? That is the big question actually we are asking. And that is what I want to dive into and try to dissect whether these two leaders can actually be able to succeed on their own. But before I dive in and try to dissect all that, I could request you kindly to take a minute and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like. Share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, it is good to request them for us to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to this YouTube channel, I say thank you, because you are behind our inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. And whenever you subscribe to our YouTube channel, always remember to smash the bell button, because by doing that, you give YouTube permission so that you can get notified to watch any video that we upload into YouTube. Having said that, let me now go back to the discussion. Can BABU OWINO and EDWIN SIFUNA stand away from ODM as a political party and shine and build a political future? I have tried to see these two individuals because people have said that these two individuals, they actually resonate very well with the people in the ground. People say that these two political leaders, they are actually being taken by the Gen Zs in high esteem. But still, with all that, the question is, can they stand away from the shadow of ODM and make it? Because I've tried to look at these two leaders, but I feel that their best chance is actually to continue remaining in ODM as a political party. That is the only place that they can further their political future. Because I feel that these two leaders who are actually being perceived as rebels in ODM, by now, they cannot make a future away from ODM because they have wasted a lot of time. And time is relapsing. And by the time, probably they will be kicked out of ODM. They will find that it is too late for them to survive. Because sometimes I feel that BABU OWINO always want to support Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. But can Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka make BABU OWINO to build his own political future? EDWIN SIFUNA said that he cannot support William Samoei Ruto and he cannot remain in ODM if Baba says Ruto tosha, let come 2027. But if Raila said that, where will EDWIN SIFUNA be? Because if you look at politics, EDWIN SIFUNA has always wanted to be the governor of Nairobi. But it looks like he cannot make it because BABU OWINO has also declared to be the governor of Nairobi. But BABU OWINO is also facing a lot of risks being a governor of Nairobi. Because if you look at the Wamnyoro group, they also want to have somebody to venture to governorship. And that person is going to come from Mount Kenya. And therefore, if BABU OWINO joins Wamnyoro, he cannot get what he wants. If SIFUNA joins Wamnyoro, he cannot get what he wants. unless he feels that he can continue to remain being the senator of Nairobi. But in ODM, EDWIN SIFUNA can actually continue being in that seat of being a senator. And actually he can get that. And then after 2032, he can actually try his luck to become the governor of Nairobi. At the same time, BABU OWINO still can continue being the Embakasi East Member of Parliament, let come 2027. And 2032, he can see whether he can become the governor of Nairobi. So when I look at all options, I still believe that these two political leaders, if they dive out of ODM, that will be the end of their politics, and they will be erased out of the political arena of this nation. They might never recover. You saw what happened to BABU, to Namwamba, when he was the Secretary General of ODM, and when he became the rebel. Raila Amolo Odinga kicked him out of that. And from that time, Namwamba has never made it in politics. He has also always been appointed to be something within the government which he supports. But going for elective seats, it has become so difficult for Namwamba to make it. And I think these two political leaders, that means BABU OWINO and EDWIN SIFUNA, they are making big mistakes. And I feel that if they could have waited a bit longer, and they will stay within ODM, and they will go with the vibe of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, their time probably to quit ODM, probably to make a new political party. It could be 2032, because at that time, there is a very high chance that Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga will not actually be in ODM. He will be retired. And because they will be in the shadow of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, and because they will be seen to be people who have been so royal, at that time, they will be awarded. But for them, trying to jump out of ODM at this time, I feel it is quite suicidal. Because even EDWIN SIFUNA becoming the governor of Nairobi, it is because of ODM as a political party. Because remember, EDWIN SIFUNA had actually tried to be the MCA some time back, but he could not make it. And because EDWIN SIFUNA has not aligned himself with any political party which actually is going to make it, let come 2027, or it is going to give a lot of problems to William Samoei Ruto. So the only option which I feel is right for these two political leaders is still to remain loyal to Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And even what they are clinging to, that the Gen Zs like them, that is a mirage. Because I feel that as we approach towards 2027 elections, you will find that we don't have a Gen Z group in bracket. Because as we go towards election, you will find even the young people, they will fall back to their tribal cocoons. That is the history, that is the politics which has been there in this nation. Because there is no anti-ministry that a group of people who believe to the Kenya narrative, who believe that we should have Kenya speaking, has emerged. And that is why I say the Gen Zs have been calling themselves triballess, leaderless, but they are Kenyans. I feel that group tried to come up, and it actually died at that time when it was trying to come up. And that means these two political leaders, that means BABU OWINO and EDWIN SIFUNA, who feels that they are lovers of the Gen Zs, they are going to be left on their own as we approach 2027 presidential election, because they will find that even the Gen Zs who comes from Nyanza, they will fall back to their tribal cocoon, to their regional voting pattern. And if SIFUNA and BABU OWINO cannot align themselves to that, they're going to find it very rough. And they will find that the so-called Gen Z is just a smoke, it's just a mirage. So my advice to these two political leaders is that stay put in ODM, support Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga wishes, and also request that if the party cannot earn that flag bearer to be their aspirant in what you want, in being the governor of Nairobi, then fall back to your current political seats and actually ask ODM as a political party to support you in that endeavor, and then you will make it. But if you try to become smart by becoming rebels within the outfit of ODM, then you cannot make it. And it is too late for you, because you cannot be able to make political parties and they survive at this juncture. Because as you know, even maintaining a political party, it is a very hard thing to do, because it needs you to have deep pockets of your own. That is the only way you can support a political party. So, what is your say about EDWIN SIFUNA and BABU OWINO becoming rebels within ODM? Do you feel that they can make it on their own if they move away from the shadow of ODM? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to come into this YouTube channel, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, give this video a like, hit the notification bell. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to our YouTube channel, I say thank you, because you are behind our inspiration. And remember, doing all that is actually for free, but you could have assisted this channel to grow. And with that, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly until we meet in our next political discussion. Goodbye.